And we are back with some more Ace Attorney. Hopefully the last day of the first game, fifth case, hopefully the last day. I don't think so because this has been a really long case. It's been enjoyable, but it's been really long, so yeah, let's see. All right, to catch up anyone, pretty much we're on the third day of the case, so it is like the final thing. Lana came out saying like the prosecution does fake evidence to get what they want kind of thing. The crowd like erupted. It's like, okay, trial over, one more day. So we have to do whatever we can to save her because she just really doesn't want her saving, yeah? All right, let's go. All right, I believe we just, start. Okay, what's the controls? F. Okay, F is to, yep. All right, it's all about the SL9 incident. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. All right, hopefully the mic is also, hopefully it's there. All right, is that good? I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Sounds like two other sisters I know. This terrifying man came bursting into the office. So he's the serial killer that was executed, that was in that case kind of thing. You know things are serious when there's a random out-of-season thunderstorm. You know, whenever storytelling does thunderstorms, you know it's something. And thank you, the Shadow Lord, for the follow. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. That didn't sound like lightning. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw burnt a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture. Does she have a photographic memory or not? I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? Oh yeah, so she's like, I guess because her sister was almost taken hostage and almost killed by a serial killer, and she's the prosecutor. I think she would like do anything in her power to get like him in jail, which I mean he got executed. The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. If you heard that weird sound, that was the water squirting. But I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. You know, I think he knew. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. Oh yeah, so like none of the DL6 and all that stuff would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. So chat, what do you think of this? Because in the first 4 cases in the main game, they were like, Edgeworth just did it. He forged evidence, but like, they didn't really say why, and you kind of thought he just did it because he was raised by Von Karma. So now they're trying to say, like, give him some more good to him, where he's like, he didn't know he was falsifying evidence. How you doing, Rena? Because it seems like they're just trying to add to his, like, niceness. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with it, but it's like, it seems a bit like convoluted kind of story-wise. This case does some weird stuff with the cannon. I like what it does with the cannon though, but this like, it's like, for the first 4 cases, you're like, oh, Edgeworth is that evil guy raised by Von Karma.
Cheesy. Flushed.
Flushed. Hey, thank you, Drunk Relic, for the 9 months. What else is 9 months? Is it yours or mine? Thank you, Drunk Relic. Can we get some cheese in the chat? And almost at a year. Alright. Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Alright. What was that picture? Is this the 3rd day? Yes, it is. The final day, hopefully. I thought she said flushed. I mean, contextually, there's a flushing emoji, so I would be like, why would she say flashed? Alright. So that is his brother. And I guess that could be the serial killer. Dark knocked Mr. Marshall down and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. Everyone in this game has all had traumatic past. They've all been traumatized. I just don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. No. No, Lana's such a good sister. Better than Mia. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma. You've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I wasn't looking over there and I heard this kiss, like this Patrick sound.
Ha 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 ha. Freeze frame. Applause. Roll credits.
Well, thank you for that F guy, for these 17 months. Holy moly, that's a long time. Thank you for that. Edgeworth is kind of such, like from the hit game Among Us. Yep, Among Us, you know, trendy game. Haha, popular, yep, trendy game. Thank you, that F guy. Can we get some cheese in the chat? And yeah, welcome back. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. I mean, she looks the exact same. I like the game sometimes when it does those like sprite changes. But when you get to like Dual Destinies, when it's 7 years in the future and they bring back characters and they look the exact same, 2 in particular, yeah. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grow up, I'd be a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence. You know, so many people, it's like Phoenix, Edgeworth, and like Emma, they all become, you know, forensic type of people, like, you know, lawyers and like investigators because of stuff that happened to them. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that's bothering me. Something puzzling. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? Why? Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Oh, there's no mystery there. Oh, okay. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. I tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. Oh, he tried. But why did he run all the way to your sister's office? Because the detective's office and questioning room are right across from the elevator. Okay. So why did he go up? Wouldn't he go like down and out? Across from the elevator. But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, she was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. So they made a detective chief prosecutor without any prosecutor, like, you know, she didn't have to work her way up the prosecuting ranks. Lana used to be a detective. I'd better have another talk with her. Alright, now we know where to go. Let's go then. Wait, have we been watering Charlie? Mia's playing Charlie. I've been taking care of him. Okay, same thing. Oh, he's looking a little yellow today. Oh, I watered him just now. I mixed in a lot too. Mixed in what? Why, my very own scientific additive. Well, Charlie, you like it? I told you, he's turning yellow. Well, can we get an F in chat? Emma just killed Charlie. Oh no. Should be taken away for murder. Planticide. Alright, let's go to the detention center. And there she is. Lalana. Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Is Phoenix like, you know, smugly saying that? You know, I didn't think you would falsify evidence. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, you're wrong. If an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana. Emma told me about you. Oh. About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was a reason for your transfer into the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details? I don't know. I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Yes, because we're Mr. Wright, yep. We have a right to know. Alright. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today. Also, I like how after the trial, it's like the same day they go to investigate. So it's like, it's still in a work day. So it's like at the trial earlier this morning, it's like, no, they don't go home to sleep. It's like they have to go investigate. And the next day is the start of the trial. The fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case. You know, can Ace Attorney ever do a case where a finale case where it's not linked to something that happened previously? I think, yeah, every single game has had like, it's based off the childhood of someone. I think every game has had that. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed in you. So did I. I believe that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder in the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Mr. said. So yeah, we pretty much yesterday, or last stream, we proved that she didn't murder anyone in the police department. So I guess Mike Meekins is free. But she did still murder him here. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this... she did the half turn. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. She looks so sad. I really don't like the voice acting in Ace Attorney 5 and 6. Yeah, I mean, they got different voice actors, and it's worse for me because I've said before, like, yeah, Phoenix Wright was voiced by Sam Riegel, and he's Donatello in the TMNT 2003, and that's where I know him from. So it was like hearing Donatello as Phoenix, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. To be fair though, he was the voice in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. That's where he was the first voice of Phoenix. So it's not like they got him just for Ace Attorney 5. He was Phoenix beforehand, and he had more lines in Marvel vs. Capcom, I guess. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. Damn, she's giving us, like, you know, the cold shoulder. They still talk about the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked on crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? Don't say that, you might get cancelled. Wait, what? Oh, the F guy. I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. That reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime. Oh, so she wanted to be a prosecutor always, but she wanted that field experience on her resume. Like, hey, okay, you know, I've been out on the field, you know, investigating crimes. Look at my resume. Hire me. It's always like that with resumes now. It's like you need as much job experience before getting a job. But how do you get a job in the first place? You know, that's actually why I did volunteer work, because I wanted that something to put on the resume before the first job kind of thing. And I guess it worked. Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer. Ah, a little scratch my back, you know what I mean? I should ask more about the investigation. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command, so, Marshall was the... No, wait. Okay. So who was... Marshall was the... Wait. So who was Marshall and Bruce Goodman in that case? Chat, do you remember? Who was Marshall? Like, he was the... So they're the two detectives. Wait, no, she was Wait. Okay, I'm so confused. We led a team... Okay. So, to catch a serial killer, there's 5 detectives on this case. Okay, so yeah, Marshall, Goodman, Angel Starr, and her were detectives, and then Gant was the deputy of police. Okay, yeah, all right. So okay, and Edgeworth was the prosecutor. Okay. Wait, the other Marshall. Wait, wasn't it Edgeworth though? I thought it was Edgeworth. It was a big case. True, it's a serial killer. Okay, yeah. I mean, I've seen on the news when like the police get called out for some small thing and they bring like 10 police cars and I'm like, okay, that's a lot. That seems excessive. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. Wait, so he was a serial killer, but they didn't have any evidence. And they're like, hey, you know, Mr. Serial Killer, just come in, you know, for questioning. You know, just, yeah. Why would he agree to that? I mean, wouldn't he just run away or kill whoever, like, tried to arrest him? Like, you know, go down fighting. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down. I don't think Gant would ever let his guard down, that huge, that huge man. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. It appears so. I was filing some paperwork while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. Ugh. Yikes. When I returned, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelt blood. 3 bodies? Marshall, the victim Emma who passed out, and the suspect Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and laid unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her, after all, her sister must have gone through. Big orange man. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get to this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. Yeah, you know, what a coincidence. That's right, quite a coincidence, That's what I just said. I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was true. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. I mean, yeah, but it's like, I mean, also he would want closure, so I guess that makes sense. What was his actions? He pretty much staged, he stole evidence from Brad Goodman's locker, and that's why Mike Meekins attacked him. He impersonated the Goodman to take the evidence because it was going to get transferred, and he wanted to make sure that it was like not lost forever. So he stole like the evidence, and that's why he fought Meekins, and that's why the murder apparently. Meekins thought he murdered someone. You know, if Meekins just didn't remember, like, he remembered correctly, if he did, we wouldn't have had the second day. It's all Meekins' fault. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark in the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at that office. Maybe. All right, we're getting there. I guess we should just go straight there. Maybe. Blame Meekins, yeah. Oh yeah, no, Meekins does appear later in the series. I was trying to remember when, I'm like, oh, I remember now. The investigation game. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same though. Why don't we look for some other people to talk to? All right. So nothing here except for these two. He's mumbling something to himself. That's it. The villain used the time machine. Very clever indeed. That would explain the alibi. The future might not be so far away after all. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Still going at it. The man must be chief of detectives. What? Dark case may have been fabricated? That's what I thought all along. I just never bothered to tell anyone. Now there's a guy who cares about his work. Wait, now there's a guy who cares about his work. See, when you read it with a different inflection, chat, you gotta learn how to do it. You know, when I write my scripts for like videos, now these days I write in brackets how I meant to say it, because in my head when I'm writing it, I'm like, oh, I say it with this inflection. But some days when I've recorded, like, because I never write and record on the same day, it's like a few days later. And when I do it, I'm like, oh wait, how was I meant to say this? And I say it wrong. So now these days I'm like, say it in this way, you know? Say it sad. Say it happy. See how you can say it differently? All right, where are we going? Okay, here. It's so weird. It's like we're in the detention center, then we go to the thing, then we have to go outside, and then we can go to like the prosecutor thing. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, you know, I got a comment on my highlight video for the highlight for this case, and someone was teaching me how to talk Texan, how to do Texan, and it's like, you have to squish your lips together and stuff, and I'm like, what? I never thought things turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera, you never know what life will lead you, eh, Bambina? Also, he says Bambina with a capital B. I just realized that. I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. It's more funny when you remember Nick doesn't have a car. Wait, he has a bike though. Like a bicycle, because in the anime he is bicycling to work. So does Emma like ride on the back, or does he ever like, does she walk alongside him? Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. I mean, I don't think we need the evidence room again. Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Huh. Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Alright. Also, I'm not presenting my badge because I think we presented to everyone. Is he cutting his facial hair? Yeah, he's like, you know, trimming the beard and getting drunk. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. I like also this sprite work. It's like they wait for him to stop talking before they start, like, you know, cutting. He's pretty safe with the blade. He doesn't talk while cutting it. For example, the murder weapon. You mean the switchblade knife that was broken up? That was Joe Dark's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. Interesting. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could that be the facts concealed with forged evidence? The case left behind scars on all of us. Yeah, I love how, the game has so many hidden details. The one thing I will say I'm not annoyed, it's like a little annoyance. Playing it on a big screen, and I'm reading it out, my head is like, my eyes are like glued to the bottom of the screen reading. But like with the DS, like when you're playing it on a small screen, it's like you can see everything. So I can see all the sprite work and stuff. But here it's like I have to keep looking, up, up like that. It's like, watching anime with subtitles. The scars of the SL9 incident left behind. Alright, so it's all about that case, and I guess that's what we got to investigate today. The final day. I just had made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27. Oh no. That's me in 3 weeks. 4 weeks. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the weird award with a broken shield? I knew it. What are you looking at me for like that? That's an honor for a prosecutor. I still think the DS sprites hold up. I was looking at Lana's sprite, and I kind of prefer her new design a lot more to a DS sprite. But a lot of them, the DS sprites look really good. But Marshall here looks really good in HD. But Emma looks a bit derpy in some cases. It's sometimes good, sometimes bad. Here is fine. Here is okay. The eye might be a little weird. It's when she does the happy face, it's a little bit weird. That's right. It was the day the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years ago had already gone by. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Oh yeah, so it's his locker was used before he came there. This guy came there. He loves America. Why is there a cowboy here? How you doing, Scythe? Apparently he's from Texas, but chat doesn't think so. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough to not be too obvious. So they demoted 2 of them and fired one, and then this Brad Goodman, he's all right. Let's let him stay as a detective. Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye. The investigation lead, Gant, and his second-in-command, Skye, There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. The case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Marshall, literally the finest cowboy in all of Japan. I mean, wasn't there like a big thing in Japan where like 1950s culture came over? Where it's like, they have a big like muscle car scene and you know like Grease, you know like the movie, like, you know, slicked hair, leather jackets. I think I saw some video on that. Like they had like a big influx of that culture. Of like American culture back then. Joke in the localized version, he's not from Texas, just a fan. Yeah, but you know. Maybe that's why I'm not speaking with a Texan accent. It's because he can't do it. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago. Glug glug. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. Yeah, see, so now they're like, oh, Edgeworth is a good guy, you know. But someone else gave him that evidence and planned everything. Why did the game freeze? That someone is Damon Gant. I've heard apparently this game is made on the Unity engine. Apparently, the remake. That's what I saw somewhere. I'm not too sure. And Unity is not like the greatest, I think. Imagine Unreal Ace Attorney Unreal Engine. I guarantee though, Ace Attorney 7 is gonna look a lot more better than the 3DS games because it's gonna be in 3D and they don't have to put it on the 3DS. So like, it will be made for PC kind of thing, hopefully. Maybe Unreal Engine. Whoa. Whoa. He just glugged it all down. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. Oh, his final drink before he gets arrested. When you become a real scientific investigator. Do you think the characters visit the other, you know, non-murderous characters in jail? Do you think so? I like to think so. Adios, Bambina. And there he goes. Into the sunset. Of the Blue Badger, anyway. We don't need the Blue Badger anymore, I think. So, wait, we can't go to the Gantz thing. Okay, I guess we gotta go here then. No one's here today, not even Miss Star. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we ended up making Lana look even more guilty. The Frank Sorit guy in Ace Attorney, what? Yeah. No, I meant like off camera, yeah, do the characters, like, does Emma visit Marshall in jail? Like, even 7 years later? How long is he in jail? Like, see, that's the things I want to know. It makes you stay up at night. See, the problem with Ace Attorney 7 and the new games, the fans love the old characters. But there's not enough slots in 5 cases for every old character to, like, you know, return. So, yeah. Emma moves to the EU after this case? Oh, yeah, but like, I mean, when she comes back, does she, like, visit him in jail? You know, maybe she liked him, like, as, like, you know, mentor. I've got to find out the answers by tomorrow. That's what fanfics are made for? Yeah, well, okay, yeah, I know. I mean, like, Ace Attorney 7 is gonna annoy some part of the fandom. The people who either want brand new, you know, smart cases, brand new characters, or they want the old, like, you know, returning characters to take up the whole case. Like, people would want the old characters, and not just a cameo, they want them to be, like, talking and be involved in the case. And that's like too many characters then. All right. Oh, wait. Okay, we can finally... Can we do we have to investigate here, or... I mean, there's nothing else to investigate here, I think. Why is it, like, lagging a little when I slide it over? That probably means she wasn't lying. Alright. Where's the security guard, anyway? Well, this is something I just heard. But apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Star. That woman is a force to be reckoned with. Alright, so there was a security guard. When can you make everyone happy with anything? That's true, that's true. But it's like, the Ace Attorney fandom is so divided on like, and especially with the shipping culture, like, who they want to come, and like, they want like, ships to be made canon. And if Capcom doesn't do that, people get annoyed. Like, it's a thing where, like, I thought Spirit of Justice was really good. I've only played it once at launch. I've been saving for a replay for, like, a stream, and I can't wait for that. But apparently people hate Spirit of Justice. Like, really hate it. There's a whole part of the fandom that hates it. I'm like, what? Okay. I thought they improved on Dual Destiny so much. Like, they fixed so much problems that the 5th game had. Alright, Edgeworth isn't here. No one's here, I swear. He took a real beating in court today. I guess we'll have to come back later. Alright, do we have to investigate this maybe? You think you want to show the thing off more than the giant? Yeah, he's got like the samurai in the background, and the prosecutor, it's like chucked onto the couch. Edgeworth has always been like that. Really? Hey, I should write this down. Tell me what he was like as a kid. Oh no, the fangirl. Back in elementary school, I like how she's writing it down. He won awards for all those kind of things. Speech contest, essays, playing the flute, golf tournaments. So Edgeworth likes golf, or he was forced to. That doesn't exactly sound like typical elementary school stuff. But he always hated receiving awards. He'd make some smart remark like, I know the path I've walked. No one else needs to tell me. That's how he's always been. Wait, so am I missing so much dialogue? See? Chat, if you didn't investigate everything, you'd miss like a little backstory on Edgeworth. But I guess I want to finish this case like soon, so... Alright. I mean, I have played this like many times, alright. Well, we'll do the Steel Samurai. Oh wait, no, we've seen this. Yeah, Wendy, yep. I'm just trying to start a shipping war. The shipping in this game, it's like, yeah. Yeah, like I've said before, I don't care who you ship who with, I do not care. As long as you draw good fan art, okay? If you draw good fan art, I'll like the ship. Alright, where are we going though? Back to the... of Criminal Affairs? There we go, alright. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. Let's ship Kay and Edgeworth. You know, Gom, you've been walking on a tight rope here. Like, really recently. Really, like... Mods, I swear. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually for those, used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top. Really? You mean it's okay for just going to his office? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in. We were so close. Damn it, Emma. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head into the chief's office. All right. Yeah, let's go into the scene of the other crime. So that means we've solved 3 crimes this game. Oh, you can see the picture on the left. That's a very high quality picture. Well, it is 2015 when that was taken, I guess. Yeah, the organ music. He has a giant organ in his place. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out the pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. All right. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. I never could remember where C was. C is the... I played piano for many years, chat. You know, one thing they've said is like you never forget. Like once you learn music, it's like you never will forget, and that's true. I haven't played in like... How long have I? Has it been 10 years? No, it hasn't. It's been 10 years since I've played piano. Wow. Wow. Oh! Oh, it's you two. I like how he's probably just standing next to, you know, like he's probably hiding behind that Armored Knight. And Emma's just like playing on the piano like, yep, here I go. And he's just like grinning. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? You mean about the forged evidence? 2 years ago had passed since that incident. My, how time flies. So that means in the office they're like facing each other? That's kind of weird for an office. Wait, also... No, wait, she still was here. Yeah, okay. See that big picture on the wall over there? Oh. Thank you for pointing it out. There's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So, Neil is actually really tall compared to Gant. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. How tall is Phoenix, Chad? Does anyone know? Are we going until the trial starts? Hopefully. I don't know. We took it to commemorate our work together. He's 177. The height is from the hat. Oh yeah, that's true. It's little. Yeah, okay. Because the biggest misconception about height in Ace Attorney I've had. Did you know, chat? Apollo Justice is taller than Athena Sykes. Is that shocking to anyone? Because that is shocking to me. In my headcanon, Athena is very tall and Apollo is very short. No, not really. Really? Okay, one person is short. He's like just slightly taller, I guess because of the spike, I guess if you count that. But like, they're pretty much the same height. Yeah, she's not tall at all. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Oh yeah, wait. Can you spot it, Chad? Something about the shield trophy not really having just a shield. Athena might be tall for a woman. I don't think she was tall though. I think she was... Wait, okay, chat, can someone look that up? How tall was she? In my headcanon... okay. Alright, so I guess that photo is very important. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. Apollo is 165. Wow. He's shorter than me. He's like 10 centimeters shorter than me. Athena is taller than Maya and Franziska. Franziska's short? Oh. Anyway. Athena is 162. Okay, so like 3 centimeters. She's 3 centimeters tall, shorter. Wow. So yeah, when I found that out, and it was like a tweet, and everyone in the reply was like, wait, no way. My headcanon is like Athena is really tall. Franziska is the same height as Athena. Wow. Wow. Oh. But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has been long over. There's no need to invest. Ooh, he's a bit jumpy there. All the same, we'd like to still have a look around. You know, as a lawyer. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, there's no need to investigate it anymore. He's like, yep. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Oh, just kicks us out. Mia is 168. Oh, how tall is Lana? If you're looking at Upcom, how tall is Lana? Did they make her the same height as Mia? It seems that case isn't over yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around. She's 168? Okay, so she's the exact same height. Yep, okay. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. So are there any tall female characters in Ace Attorney there? After seeing Resident Evil 8's character, I'm like, Capcom, come on. You know, yeah, that means it's more likely in 7 they got to introduce a really tall female character. After seeing how popular she is. Where does the wiki get the height? I think it's from the art books. The art books always like detail these sort of things. Tell me random, who else would be, chat, who would be tall from Ace Attorney? There's the characters from Spirit of Justice. Pearl's, yep, their mother. K is not tall. Was it Misty? Was Maya's Misty May, I think. Misty Faye, sorry. I forget the aunt. I forget the aunt. Yeah, anyway. We'll get to a chat when we get to those games. All right, where are we going though? Come on. Back to Edgeworth? No? Are we just stuck? Gumshoe maybe in the police? Okay, maybe. Morgan, yes, that's it. Morgan is the aunt. Yeah, that's it. Morgan is 166? She's shorter than Mia? Mia's really the tallest? Constance Court from Dual Destinies? Oh, wait, who's Constance? Constance Court? Who is that? Which case is he? I really don't remember her. Shows how much I've only played Dual Destinies twice and Spirit of Justice once. Some female teacher on that case. Oh, the school case. I don't remember how she looks like though. I cannot think of It's coming to me. No. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe. Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm just taking a breather. My feet hurt. And thank you, Lamb, for the follow. From sitting so long. Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No, why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Alright. Well, I guess we gotta go slowly through this case. But why would Edgeworth be banned? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Whoop, sorry. Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, But as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around Mr. Edgeworth. So, does that mean he never forged any other evidence, or did he? What about Apollo's mum? The night something? Night, like... Tartalas, that was it, yes. The tallest female character is Orla Shipley. Really? Her? How tall is she, Irilai? How tall is she? Whenever he is confronted with his past, he admits to forgery. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Wait, oh. I was thinking of the pirate that takes care of the orca. Okay, I know the orca is female. Yes, she's like 3. Alright, the orca is the tallest female character. Okay. I really do have, I think, chat, they're gonna make some really tall character in the 7th game, knowing that, although if it's releasing this year, I don't think they'd rush and scramble to make a character like that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they just like stretch the model out. Sasha Buckley or Buckler? I think, yeah, that's a, yeah. Alright, so every female is pretty short then, okay. So Mike Meekins is like the tallest character in the franchise. Are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. Ooh, Adrian Andrews, she might be tall actually, yeah. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Hey, Dick. Imagine calling someone just, hey, Dick. I mean, if your name is Richard, that's the nickname. Never name your kids Richard or Karen. That's what I know. Never name your kids if it's a guy, never name him Richard, or never name them Karen. Because Karen is now the modern, like, word they're gonna get bullied. She's 163, wow. Dang, okay. Let's go out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all the pressure, I'm afraid he might just crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee... Oh yeah, didn't we get this... Oh yeah, the file had like 4 pages. We already read through it. He seems genuinely concerned for Mr. Edgeworth. Well, did you find anything out? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? Oh yeah, the stabbing. That good old Dick. It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what is it? Oh, let's see, I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. He's thinking real hard. Oh, I forgot. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. Ooh. Good idea, Emma. Before we go to that, all right, let's present the switchblade. Okay, so they really didn't clear out our evidence. We got a lot of evidence, 3 pages. Hey, is that? It has a tag attached to it with SL9. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, the knife's been locked away. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, the knife, this suddenly disappeared from his locker. There's a lady in Ace Attorney 6 that's 172 meters tall. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about, like one of the royalty people. This case is so long, yeah, like, this has to be the longest case in the entire franchise. It has to be. That's it. Now I remember what was the incriminating piece of evidence. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it? Quick! Quick! Alright. Not yet, not yet. Joe Dark was 42 at the time. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work. I think the last case in game 3 was very long. You know, chat, maybe we'll time it, okay? We'll see how many hours I took to play this case and the final case in the 3rd game. We'll see how long we take. Then we will decide which is the longest case. Because I am reading everything out. An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. Oh wait, so he ran over someone with his car and that made him get the lust for killing, I guess. He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid who walked by just then and he killed him too. That's when he was burying the body. Just autoplay me. He killed a lot of people, okay. Seems he was pretty careless, a pretty careless animal. Final case of game 6. Yeah, see, I don't remember the 6th game and I've always wanted to replay it, but I've been saving it for like streaming it, so I can't wait till we get to that. There wasn't a single shred of evidence, so he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. Alright, so what is the murder weapon? Bring up memories. We traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus he had fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it as a murder weapon. That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it. Inside his own body. I bet the longest case is DGS2. I can't wait till that comes out. Yeah, because yeah, chat, I will be streaming both DGS 1 and 2. And yeah, can't wait for that. I don't know anything about DGS 1 or 2. What if A77 had a 4-day trial? Okay, chat, question. Would you prefer longer trials like this or more cases? What would you prefer? Like, the runtime is the same, but would you prefer shorter, like 1-day, 2-day cases? More of them? Or longer, like, involved cases? More cases, more cases. Everyone's saying more cases. Okay, yeah. I think because I like meeting all the eccentric characters they create. So having more cases means more eccentric characters, more crime scenes kind of thing. I played DGS 1. It was pretty good, but kind of long. Ooh, okay. I know it is written and created by the creator. So, like, after playing the 6th case where it's not made by him, you know, it could be interesting. Also, I had this weird theory that I think Shu Takumi will be working on the 7th game. I think he might be. You bet. Okay, so he has the blade down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Okay. The broken tip was found, belonged to Joe Dark. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Gad. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Marshall was murdered. Did the creator not write 5 and 6? No, he left like the main games after 4, and he went on to work on DGS 1 and 2. So the 5th game was worked on by the investigations team, and the 6th one. And they were told by the producer, Eshido, he's the guy in all the marketing they did for like the 6th game. He's always in all the interviews. He told them they could reset the games if they wanted to. But the thing is also now the director and all that of 6, like who improved 6, he left Capcom last year. And he replied to me on Twitter. I replied saying thank you for everything you've done and everything, and he replied to me. I was like, ah. Yamazaki, I think his name was. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. Ooh, wait, can we use Goodman's card? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust. Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. 5 and 6 aren't that bad. I knew something fell off. Yeah, like 5 and 6 are different. Like I still say, I say it every stream. I still like 5. It's still my least favorite Ace Attorney, but I still love it compared to any other franchise. But it does feel very different. Here's the thing, chat. Try doing this. Play Ace Attorney 6 when Maya is there, that DLC case when they are working together, that aviation case. Play that, then play Layton, the crossover game, which was written by the creator of Ace Attorney. And notice the difference in banter between how Maya and Phoenix talk. You'll notice it feels different. It really does. That was when I was like, oh wow, this does feel like it's not written by him. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Damn it. Damn it. So how are we gonna sneak in though? So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance, but he would get fired. On his meager salary, I don't know if we want to do that. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Change his mind. Change his mind. What would change his mind? Him. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I got an award for diligence. Ah, congratulations. I'm telling you, I need that congratulations soundbite. I was wondering, why is there an award of a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. Ah, I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. Okay. What do we make him? I don't know, chat. Can someone help? I just really want to know, like, just what do I present? This maybe? Somewhere. Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling. Oh, wait, now I know. Chief Gant. Where could I have seen that before? Oh, I see. Hello? Hello? It's in the picture! Wait, come on. You don't have it? Oh, we don't have it? Okay, where do we have to go then? I thought we visited like everywhere. Guess we can go back here. Alright, there we go, okay. Fine, fair. I wonder if Edgeworth is back. There he is! It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. You can actually see it scrunched up on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings, his unnecessary feelings. I don't have all day. Alright, before we do that, we gotta investigate. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. So he's like sitting at his desk and we're like crawling on the ground trying to grab the piece of paper. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. Damn, Phoenix, what a distraction. Didn't even work. Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it to you. It says, letter of resignation. Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? What a mood. I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I know who we can show it to. I know. Oh, do we have to even talk to him? Maybe. Wait, what did I press? Whoops. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and there's nothing I can do to erase that. I mean, the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as a prosecutor in charge. You know, that's like a thing is like if you become like a manager or like, you know, you earn more, but you have this responsibility, even if something happened to you, like to someone under you and they did something wrong, you have to take the blame because as the manager, that's your responsibility. So like you have to be like, imagine that like someone does something and you have to like get fired because of it or like resign. The fact remains that the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work, so tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for tomorrow's trial? Huh. First last year's trial, now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me. What is that piece of paper that... Didn't Von Karma have this? What do you mean? The list of evidence, it seems too short. Ooh. Miles and Phoenix were classmates. By the time Phoenix finished law, Edgeworth was already a no... Yeah, so... Edgeworth was a prosecutor when he was like 16 or like 18 or something. He was a very like, you know, a young prodigy kind of thing. Because if you remember, Dia, I don't know if you play the third game, Edgeworth is in that as a flashback where he wears the suit up there, the young suit. And yeah, Phoenix was in art school, actually. President Truman. Okay, I have no idea. Miles was raised by Von Karma. Yeah. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may never have been part of that investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence to prove him guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around at that time. That picture? Ooh, wait. We gotta present that as well. Wait, no! I pressed the wrong thing! You know, there was also one annoying thing about playing this on the DS. When you played it for the first time, you could not skip any text. You had to read any text for the first time, you had to read slowly. It was only when you replayed the game on your save file, then you could skip through the text. They didn't let you until that. This picture was hanging on the wall in Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil, yeah, you couldn't like, okay, see how the text is like moving? Okay, so you couldn't do that. You couldn't press and have it all just like fill out. You had to read it every line. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall's holding, it's a little different to yours. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now. Remember what? That was when what the official trophy looked like. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award is based on. Alright, do we talk to him about that as well? Contradiction? Could you tell us about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in the ceremony over at the station, right? I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. You know, it was on the news yesterday and there was some like criminal case or something and they were like showing the prosecutor walking like out of the courtroom and having his quote like while he was walking in slow-mo. And I'm like, dang, real life prosecutors don't really look that good compared to like video game ones. He was like a normal dude. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Gant asked you to hold on to it, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. You mean real prosecutors don't bring a whip to court? No, apparently not. And they all wear like that white with the curls. I think because we're like part of the British Commonwealth, we like all our prosecutors wear that. So it's not like in America where they like wear whatever. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. Oh, okay. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first meaning whole bird and the second meaning shield. Is that true, Chad? Does anyone know that means true? Me? Sure. Everyone knows that. Why didn't you tell it though? For Emma's sake. Very well. I really don't remember this CG, this cutscene. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd. He claimed he could slice through any shield or armor. Also, my stomach rumbled right there. Hope no one heard that. Japanese lawyers do have badges they wear though. Ooh, really? The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Whoa, okay, easy. Those claims contradict each other. Very perspective. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the descriptions discredit both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. I thought he was going to ask him to like stab the shield with the thing and see if it breaks. The chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize. Precisely so, they symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Oh, that new command. I really don't remember seeing that image. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You have to ask Gant. 2 years ago, he had the whole bird part abolished. Gant. Seems we gotta pay a visit to the Orange Man again. Wait, did we have to present anything else or no? Are we done? Oh wait, we can do the letter of resignation to a certain detective. Take a wild guess. Oh, I thought it was someone else. Would either of you care for a 1/4 pound of roast beef? I'm not gonna lie, chat. That doesn't look roasted. That looks uncooked. Like very rare. That doesn't look like roast beef. Miss Star, I guess she's out of her lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow. Okay. Still, I never thought of you to go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness? She keeps bringing that back. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw, and that's what the trial is for, but yeah, that's true. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. And Star's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Joe Dark, that's a name I'll not soon forget. So pretty much this investigation is not really giving us like evidence, it's more like lore and every character telling how they were affected by that case. Still, I don't think I ever was more alive than I was back then. Those days I was steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. I mean like KFC gravy, because that's really not healthy. Poor old Jake Marshall though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo. Hey, thank you, Tango, for the follow. Lana and Chief Gant. Okay. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Yeah, so that means Joe Dark was a pretty good serial killer. He didn't leave any actual evidence. They had to use forged ones. Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence was produced in court was manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman was relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter, my hot take. She was being used. Damon Gant and Lana Skye. They keep showing this image. Gant led the investigation with Lana in second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism. By that, I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean? Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him. I take it you're talking about forged evidence. It seems the jolly old Gant might be a bit on the evil side. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. I think that's one thing I like about Ace Attorney that's different to like other murder mystery visual novels. Like, you know, Danganronpa, it's like, you get, the biggest enjoyment is like finding out who did it, and it's a big shock. In Ace Attorney, you slowly learn who is the murderer kind of thing over like gradually. It's not a big shock, like, whoa, here they are. You either know about it at the start in the preview thing, or you like learn about it slowly during the case, and it's like, oh, I think I know who it is. But the whole fun about this game is like trying to prove them guilty. That's like, you know, like the breakdowns, trying to get them to have a breakdown in court. That's why I love it. I think more on like, you can replay this game a lot more than like Danganronpa. Danganronpa, it's like, oh yeah, I know who killed who. Okay, yeah, sure, yep, all right. Like, okay, just prove that they did it. This one is like, oh, you care about the characters. You want to save this person. Yeah, you know what I mean. that's like the difference between Danganronpa and Ace Attorney. Like Ace Attorney is that higher level. Danganronpa is still my second favorite franchise, but it's a level below, like a big level below. But Danganronpa is still a level above anything else. Actually, chat, what are your what are your 5 favorite franchises? Like franchises. Not just a game, it's like you have to like combine every game you played in that franchise. What's your top 5? I'll go after like everyone says what theirs is. She hated anything crooked and she always watched out for other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. Fire Emblem because I am weak. Danganronpa is the top for me. Nice, nice. Franchise makes it harder, yeah, see? Because you could have like bad games in the franchise that could ruin it, but like that's why it's overall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have even recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Mr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she turn so cold after that? Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so yeah, with my franchises, I would have to say, I was thinking about this. Ace Attorney, Danganronpa, Pokemon. If you're being really... I don't want to say it, but I would have to say Super Smash Brothers. Because the amount of fun I've had in those games. But you don't really... I don't really want to count them. Yeah, I don't really know. Final Fantasy has been climbing up there. Like recently. Final Fantasy has been climbing up there. Oh, you liked Assassin's Creed? Really? I was a huge Assassin's Creed fan with the Ezio era. Like, as in my profile picture was the Assassin's logo and everything. Did you know I made a custom PS3 menu bar based on Assassin's Creed? So Final Fantasy, Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts. I think if I played Kingdom Hearts when I was a kid, I would have loved it more. I only started in 2017. I really like it, but yeah. Pokemon is just like, there are so many good games before the bad ones, so it's like, it's too good. Yeah, the Ezio I love the trilogy. The third game was like, okay, but when they said the fourth game was all pirate ships, I stopped playing. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get into pirates. I didn't like the pirate gameplay. Pikmin, Zelda, Xenoblade. Oh, Xenoblade is also good as well. Oh, Xenoblade would actually be up there as well. Yeah, anyway. Alright. Pretty diverse chat, like what your favorites are. I don't think many people had like similar ones, actually. Final Fantasy was a few. Now it's mostly nostalgia. Do single games count? I guess so. Hollow Knight is like a single game in the franchise, so I guess that counts. So many people have said Hollow Knight is so good, I'm just like, do I have to play it? Dragon Age, Dragon Quest? Ooh, you're a big JRPG fan, okay. I want to play more Dragon Quest, but like, I've been spoiled with how good 11 was. Like, I don't want to go back to the old ones. I'm really hyped for 12. Another Dragon Age, ooh. Zero Escape, nice. Small indie games, To the... I've heard of To the Moon. I've heard of To the Moon. I've heard of that. I have heard of that. Interesting, chat. It's very interesting. But not one of you said Ace Attorney. I think only... I think one, I think... Yeah, I think Rena's the only one who said Ace Attorney. God damn it. Only one person. Gom, okay, fine. Yeah, I know. This Gom character, I swear. Thin rope. Lana transferred, okay, 2 years ago. Yes, thanks to Chief Gan's powerful influence. Chief. I really enjoyed Mega Man of Battle Network. Ooh, I've never played a Mega Man game, ever. I never see the hype behind it. It's sort of like a Sonic game where it's like, oh, I probably should have played it when I was growing up to enjoy it more. Easily a top 5 game, but there's a second one coming out eventually. If the second one is good, then I guess it's like a good franchise thing. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? I mean, pretty much with this conversation, we're working out that Gant is, you know, the bad guy. He could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. I will say, chat, from my memory, I'm gonna be saving a lot in the court case, in the trial. He's a very stubborn person. I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for a change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Mr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just the ingredients to create a fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Aw, no more food from her. All right. Where do we go now? Oh wait, we gotta go to what's his name? Old Dick. We gotta go to Dick. We gotta go to the Dick. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh. I was a desk jockey. Anyway. Oh, that DJ. Did you know, I actually recently found out like that some people from my high school actually became DJs. I think like 2 of them. And I'm like, whoa, okay, sure. So many boxed lunches, so many not good. I'm not letting you into that chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. What do we present? I think I know what to present. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? The heavy breathing sprite. Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him to this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. We've heard this sad music so many times. I thought he was cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with the sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I made up my mind. But here, take my ID card. Gumshoe is so like the best bro ever. And he gets paid nothing. Can we get some likes in the chat can we get some $ signs in the chat for Gumshoe? I don't know what I'm doing. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. We'll get you fired. Just for you. There we go. Alright, let's go! Thank you, Gumshoe! Oh, thank you, Gumshoe. Alright. Ooh, sneaking in. Here goes, Mr. Right. The music has to play every time. Ooh, there's a safe over there. What? We're in. If anyone finds us now, the Detective Gumshoe's a goner. I love this game. I love this franchise so much. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Eek! Ah! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came to. If you're here, then what's the point of you giving us the ID card? Did we just crush up his ID? Hey, don't do that to my card! I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we gotta find. I've got a bad feeling about this. Whoa, Feedy. Alright, do we have to talk to him? Right. The desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? So hers is the silver desk. Alright. That's where she was. The murder will happen, okay. No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us himself at the New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one touched that desk. No one except Chief Gant. 2 years, wow. Does Gumshoe get fired a lot? He gets his pay cut. So every time Edgeworth is mad at him, he cuts his salary. So he is living on like minimum wage. Last case, Gumshoe actually gets fired. Oh yeah. The cleaning lady who's here every morning. Still, 2 years have passed, yeah. Like, it's really 2 years. That's 720, 30 days. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. Nah. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, you're supposed to start bothering you. You don't just let it go like that. Sorry, this guy is starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? I mean, I think Phoenix already does suspect him. It finally comes to this. What do I think of the big orange man? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Alright. Cool. Okay, let's examine. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. The word is ripe with intrigue. Okay. If you say so. It looks like a code is needed to enter into this panel to open it. SL9, DL6. I don't know, but... Wait. I'm just gonna guess, but wait, I think I got it. Another minigame, okay. Here goes nothing. Now, who was... Okay, my favorite number is 7, chat, so I'm gonna try 7. Like, no, chat, I was gonna guess all 7, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's his ID. I I was legit gonna guess all 7 because it's my favorite number. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was it? 7777777. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of mysterious executive who entered the room that day. You mean, was that cheating, chat? Oh no. I didn't look it up. Like, I was gonna guess 7's all 7, honestly. And then I'm like, wait, that's actually a thing. 7777777. That ID number? I think you're one. Oh, he said it, damn it. That can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. You would have guessed that? Okay, yeah. Anyone care to look inside? All right, deep breathing, Gumshoe. Let's go in. He's excited. Is there any money in there? Ooh. A shred from a broken cup. That somehow looks familiar. There's something else in here. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. I think we know what to do, chat, Mrs. Scientific Investigator on the case. I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think Gant made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? Is that all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but useless unless you can prove they had something to do with this case. I'm afraid I can't let you take oh god, alright. How do we prove it though? How do we prove it? Okay, we gotta present it to Gumshoe then. Where is the vase? Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. Detective Gumshoe. I remember the 3 of us putting that together. Ah, those were the days. You know, yesterday. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't that ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. He's thinking. He got it. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Assemble fragments. Do I have to do it or does it automatically just, you know... If I can piece this together. Here you go. Oh, sure, fine, okay. How do we rotate? Easy peasy. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of the jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? The piece you just attached, it's different from the others. The blood? There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood! I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? I wonder why. Alright, do we have to present the fingerprint thing to get the fingerprints? Hey, I know what that is. So you want me to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. We already did. It's not for your fingerprints we want to take. Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about the cloth we found. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? All right. Let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. All right, 2 hands for this. Once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? M-O-M? Huh. Americans, am I right? Spelling it M-O-M. Ugh. European gang riser. Non-American gang riser. Let's get this over with. Okay, sure. Mom. Wait, is that the one I want? I think I want this one. Alright. Press F to dust. F to dust. And remember, chat? Blow into the microphone. Ooh, that's a very clean fingerprint. I remember trying to blow so hard in the DS. It was like so annoying. Actually really annoying. Come on, we did it already. Come on. There we go. Can someone from England please tell me what a jumper is? I mean, I can tell you. It's like a hoodie without the hood. Do you not have jumpers in North America? I know you're from Canada, but like... Really? You don't have jumpers? What do you call them, like sweaters? We don't really call them sweaters, actually. We call them jumpers. Yeah, wow, okay, that was interesting. Who are we matching this to? Alright. Ooh, okay, it's not Gant. Not Mike Meekins. No. 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 Ooh. No. How could this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Ah, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they might have been Dark's prints. Psst. Hey you, over here. We just huddle over to the other side of the room. And she's like, hello, like, hi. What are that kid's prints doing on the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this between ourselves for now, okay? Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Finally. Alright, we got the safe, so let's continue. What else do we have? Look at the size of this desk. Oh wait, yeah, in the drawer. You put a paper. Is it a locked drawer? Please don't be a locked drawer. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long. Hey, look at the case name. SL9. I wonder what this is doing here. Oh, it's the other part of the list, maybe. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence list. Normally they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. Wait, so why was Gant just reminiscing looking at the evidence list? He's like, oh yes, good times when I hid evidence. Oh crap, they're here, like put it in the drawer. Like why did he happen to be looking at it? A half-size list of evidence. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about that case. I think we were meant to investigate that before the safe. Oh well. Well, was I any help? Do we have to, can we investigate it? I knew it. How do I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about that like that, Mr. Wright? I'd better not forget this picture. Okay, so I guess you're meant to just remember this picture, like It's not part of the evidence, I guess. Of course, thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now, that's not very kind, is it? Oh, wait, are we getting kicked out? We didn't investigate the whole room. I didn't go to the organ. Oh no, I didn't see Gumshoe talking about the organ. God damn it. See, that's why you have to save in investigation places. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Chief Ged. We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run into a pole. Okay. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Oh. Do you mean me, sir? Now then. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. You in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait, you were the one without the spiky hair. Wait, wouldn't he notice the safe is like open? No, not Gumshoe. He'll be fine. He can have like, you know, the payments from the government. He can afford his ramen noodles, maybe $2 noodles. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright. Oh no. Run, Emma. I'm annoyed I didn't investigate everything. Well, I guess that means that's all the evidence we needed, I guess, for the trial. Look, pal, I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. Yep, she dead. Rip, Emma's dead. F in chat. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it would be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Gant was hiding, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Wouldn't Gant notice the safe is wide open and a giant, you know, safe, like a vase is gone, vase, and the like cloth? Wouldn't he notice? Wouldn't he try to arrest us? Like now? Anyway, food for thought. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Oh, we should show this to Lana, maybe. I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. Oh no, we're by ourselves now. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. The rest is just flavor text. Oh yeah, I know that, but like some of it's pretty funny, like... That's why I like investigating oh, just teleport us here. Okay, sure. Sure. Hey, your sister's arrested as well. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing, not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Yay! I didn't mean to do that. Where's the F key? There we go. I hate it sometimes my hand just moves one key over to the right on the keyboard and you're not looking. So you're like, I'm trying to press like W and it's pressing E instead and I'm like, oh, whoops. There we go. All right. Keeping quiet. I have to admit I was more perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom, may I ask you, is this person? The one I'm supposedly frightened of? The person who you fear is this! To be honest, there's something a bit scarier. Wait, who would that be? Why, you, of course. Me? You seriously believe that you're saying... You seriously believe what you're saying, don't you? Now, that's scary. You seem to have the makings of a criminal in you. Care to spend tonight in the cell? Yes, please. If you ask me, you're the scarier one. Alright, let's continue chat. Well, Miss Guy. There we go, back again. Back again. You are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it you're still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. Bonker. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he's respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, there are serious offenses. I just saw that you rammed to horny jail. Literally, she asked me to go to jail. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only one who could have done it. Me. I had access because I was second in command of the investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Gant falsified evidence. In that case... Okay, we have to present either one of those three. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SO9 incident. Downloading 5 and 6 now? How are you downloading them, Gum? Because the 3DS, you need the ROM emulator, I think? Because, yeah, I think if you did miss it last stream, chat, I did say I will stream 4, 5, and 6, but I'm probably going to wait till the ports. Hey, how you doing, Creon? You're back, your internet? Oh, no, rip. Well, you pretty much missed... We pretty much know the big orange man is the bad guy, and we're gonna, like, get him, I think. Now tell me, why are you taking the blame for him? Oh, she's so sad. Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised, I cannot disobey the chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. Can't possibly expect me to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. I have them on the 3D. Oh, you're playing on 3DS. Okay. That's more accurate than cooperate. If only the 3DS had like an easy way to capture like footage so I could stream 3DS games. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Ooh, who was that? Who said it? Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Goodman. Correct. Oh, she's so sad. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered the murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife sticking in it. The knife from SL9 incident. Oh. I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. Oh, and that's what Angel saw. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking, so she stabbed a dead body. Is that a tampering with the evidence? I guess that would be the crime. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand. Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife. Why did she look so angry though? Couldn't she just like, you know... I mean, I don't know about stabbing. So maybe she had to put force into it. I don't know. Miss Star, huh? We will find that soon, I guess, Rena. We'll find that out soon. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. That weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have had a field day with that. Yeah, true, that would have been the link to that case. So you wrapped the knife in a scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister. Isn't it weird how she's like talking and she's like, just turns around while talking? You asked Emma. I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident. About Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling. The truth is, after I received those orders from Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Marshall. The cowboy music, it never ends. Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted the fact to be kept hidden and I needed help. Oh, so then calling him was then why he stole the evidence, maybe. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. I guess the forensics didn't find 2 knife wounds. Yeah, like, when you watch real forensics, it's like they would have been very much more thorough. So, there is some leeway with some of these things. It's not realistic, I guess. To be fair, the prosecutor could have just said, like, you know, Gant could have just said, oh yeah, coroner, just like, you know, just cursory glance, you know, don't really look too much into it. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. But her phone call was the thing. Okay. It's anime law. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. It's all her fault. Oh no. Oh, there she goes again. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in the courtroom tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Wait, did we actually finish? We did it! We reached the trial! We actually did it today, wow. Which means we're probably not going to be able to finish it today. Oh, one more stream. You know, chat, I want to say something. I was so sure that Larry was in this case. I thought Larry was a security guard in that security room and we would have to talk to him. I completely forgot. And I thought he was a surprise another witness. But no, that was in the third game that I'm remembering. Yeah, it's in the third game, he's a security guard. Is it? Or was it second game? Third, yeah. It's with Luke at me, that long nose guy. I was honestly so sure all these streams that the security guard was Larry in this case. And now I'm like, when I was getting to the end, I'm like, oh wait, we're getting every evidence. We don't really need him. That's why I investigated it. I was like, oh, how do we get there? How do we prove that like Miss Star was lying kind of thing? But I guess she wasn't lying. I didn't blow. Oh yeah, what was the poll result? We did reach it. Yeah, that was the cafe. Yeah. I remember it now, but the whole case I was playing this, I'm like, is he gonna appear? I can't wait for him to appear. This is the defendant's lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? I'm waiting for the music to start. And where's Emma for that matter? It's almost as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. And figuring it out, we will do a little bit more figuring out. I'll play a little bit more, chat. I'll play a little bit more. Just a little bit. Until trial start? I said finishing the case. You aren't finishing the case. Yeah, I'm not finishing the case today. You can pay people out, Gumma. I'm not finishing the case today. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I am not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Sky will be 5 minutes. Oh no. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. I need to shower and eat dinner. It'll be like few more minutes, but you can go, I guess. Like, it'll be the trial start. I knew enough. Yeah, there's no way. Chat, if you thought I would finish this case today, honestly. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything's going back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. It depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. Ooh, we're giving him the bait. I'll think about it. See you in court, right? Remember when he thought he would start AA2 this stream? Yeah, I remember that. Good old times. If I'm ever gonna find out what Chief Gan has on her, it's now. All right, let's go. Court time. Ooh, we got no assistant? Oh yeah, wait, Emma's not here. The defense is ready. The prosecution is ready. Normally this is when the prosecution puts forth their opening statement. Huh? But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh no. Oh no. This is where we start saving quite a bit, because I remember this was a pain. He's here. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, RG. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Hello? Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Oh, okay. Well, I guess Lana is on trial. I mean, she is. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21 of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No. Lana! What is she doing? Also, what's she holding behind her back? Oh, the bandaged hand. You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, oh no. I no longer require your services. But Lana... Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but I have sufficiently proven the case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. Oh, the money, we're not going to get paid. Oh no. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although it's an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue the trial. Even if Mr. Wright, may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. Well, that was the quickest trial segment ever. Objection! One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth! The prosecution has not yet proved the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Ah, yes, I love those words. Beyond reasonable doubt. I think because I remember doing like law, like one elective course in uni or high school. It was like law or something, and it was like, that is the key thing, beyond reasonable doubt. You have to prove to the jury beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, huh? Oh, he's smug. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me believe. Oof. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, huh? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. Huh, I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. Oh no. Oh no. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't. Holy Edgeworth! I don't care what you think. If that's the time for Smugworth, I think that is the time for Smugworth in chat. Oh my goodness, Edgeworth. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well, this court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, Chief Gant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this, mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Ow, the edge. Looks like Edgeworth had decided to take the horse by the reins. Aw, she's sad as well. This is why Edgy is a fan favorite? Yes, it is. That's why he gets 2 of his own games. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark, one of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is it incident that was resolved 2 years ago really that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. Sure gave in fast. So where is Gant? Is he like sitting in the crowd somewhere? Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear will finally have begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. All right, here we go. Wait, let me save just in case. Can I save? No? Hello? There we go. And thank you, Nothing, for the follow. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and he took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed at Mr. Edgeworth in the chest. Edgeworth, no. They put an orange screen there so he can be invisible. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Just like me! Alright, let's go. I think we have to press certain statements. I don't think we have to press everything. Maybe here. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on dark, then the lights went out. The lights? It's about this time of the year. There was a terrible storm going on and the lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in the room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything. Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash seared the image in. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, that's what was so scary about this trial. And you told Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time, their words just couldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. Ooh, here we go. A picture. Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Ask about the picture. The picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, let's present it. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't have a picture. Yeah. Present the evidence. Wait, no. I drew a picture, but it seems to have been lost. Oh, is that so? Is that so? Easy. Mr. Edgeworth. The little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for the case, I wasn't handled such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! And I think with that, chat, I'm pretty hungry. I think with that, I was gonna do just one presenting evidence to move on. This is getting intense. Well, Splash, that's what the cliffhanger is for. I'm sorry, chat, but yeah, so it's been like, what, 2.5 hours. I am starving. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that stream. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow at the same time, and yes, we will finish this case. You have my word on it. We'll finish this case. I also have some surprises tomorrow, so make sure you're there. Yeah, make sure you follow the channel if you haven't already. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for the resubs as well. Thank you for the follows. Yeah, I'm sorry to leave it there, but like I think that's a good like point to end it for today's stream. So I'll be back tomorrow at the same time to finish this case. We are going to finish it, okay? And yeah, I've got some other surprises then as well. So I hope to see you then. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time. Remember, Smugworth will save us all. Bye-bye. All right, bye. All right, I don't know when the actual stream